Hi, I'm Robert Sullivan. This is my presentation number 2 on visiting an ethnic restaurant and finding 3 intercultural themes in the restaurant. Now, first, I'm going to go over the background of the restaurant, and then I'm going to go over a brief background of the culture, the the three themes I found, and then whether I think they authentically represented the culture, as well as it changed my mind on ethnic restaurants. Now, the restaurant I visited it's a Japanese restaurant named Sushi Cuisine. It is located in Merced, California, which happens to be my hometown. They also have another location in Turlock, California. Now, it is one of the closer restaurants to the UC, so a lot of their clientele consists of UC Merced students. They also have a huge lunch hour rush from workers such as me and my dad today. They Before Sushi Cuisine, which was established there in 2011, it used to be an ice cream shop called Bronze, which I also used to go to a lot, but sadly they closed down. But I don't mind because I enjoy Sushi Cuisine as well. Um, the workers, as you walk in, you are greeted by Japanese music most of the time, as well as Japanese paintings and calligraphy on the menus. And the female workers are wearing kimono like outfits, and the guys are just wearing collared shirt and pants. Now, the culture they represent is the culture of Japan. Now, there's a few easy ones that many Americans recognize Japan with, obviously, like samurais, geishas, tea, and sushi. But there's more to than just that. The predominant religions are Buddhism and Shintoism, and their modern culture. They're one of the most technologically advanced cultures in today's society, and they're the second largest music consumer in the world today. Now, to get started on the 3 themes I found, the first theme was that I found was interaction posture. Now, the definition of that in the boat or in the book is quotation marks refers to the ability to respond to others in a way that is descriptive, non-valuative, and non-judgmental. End of quotations, page 71. Now, the reason and what I found the interaction posture was when me and my dad didn't know what tobiko or unagi is, which is fish eggs and eel, because those aren't terms that we're familiar with as westernized people for the most part. And then another theme I found was norms. Now, the norms, it wasn't a verbal communication thing. Well, but first let me describe what norms is. The book definition of norms is quotation refers to the rules for appropriate behavior which provide the expectations people have of one another and of themselves. End of quotation. And that is on page 81. Now, the norms I found were, they actually represent not like classical Japanese norms, such as the outfits they're wearing and the music. As if you go to Japan today, they typically don't just dress like that or play that type of music, but they're maintaining the classical norms to keep the Japanese vibe of the restaurant. And the third theme I found was empathy. Empathy in the book definition of empathy is quotation marks the ability of individuals to communicate an awareness of another person's thought, feelings, and experiences. Now, when I felt the empathy was when they asked me and my dad if we were okay with using chopsticks or if we knew how to use chopsticks, which we don't. And I think that represented that pretty well because, I mean, you assume in Western culture, not as many people know how to use chopsticks as traditional Japanese culture. And that moves on to whether I think the restaurant was authentic and whether it affected my view on ethnic restaurants and whether I'm going to visit more in the future. I think it was fairly authentic. Maybe someone from Japan would disagree, but I mean, from the music, the outfits, the decorations, it was clearly Japanese. And whether it changed my opinion on visiting more ethnic restaurants, I already visit many ethnic restaurants, so like it didn't really impact whether I'm gonna visit more or less. I'm really used to it, and I actually prefer Mexican, Asian, Indian. I prefer those foods over traditional American foods. So, from that respect, it did not really impact whether I'm going to visit more. And that concludes my experience today at Sushi Cuisine. Thank you for listening.